are three types of fractions. Our first type is proper fraction. The format of proper fraction is where we have numerator over our denominator, and our numerator must be less than our denominator. And as you can see our example over here, we have 4 over 6, and we know that that is a proper fraction because 4 is less than 6. Our second type of fraction is improper fraction, and the format is still the same where we have the numerator over the denominator. However, the numerator this time is greater than the denominator. So just like our example, right beside it, we have 10 over 4, and we know that is a proper fraction because 10 is greater than 4. And finally, our third type of fraction is mixed number. Mixed number is a different type of format. It's where we have a whole number with a fraction which has the numerator over the denominator. However, the fraction must be a proper fraction. So if you look at our example, we have 4, which is our whole number, and we have 6 over 8, which is our proper fraction, and we know that because 6 is less than 8. Now, some fractions are really big, so we tend to simplify them. So over here we have first proper fractions, and this is how you simplify proper fractions. So say if we have 100 over 1000. What we first do is try to find the GCF. GCF stands for greatest common factor. Now with that being said, we have to know all the types of factors that would go into 100 and also all the factors that would go into 1000. So over here we have 100, and we said that we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, and 50, and 100. And then for 1000 we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 25, 40, 50, 100, 125, 200, 250, 500, and 1000. Now the greatest common factor, we have to see which factor they have in common. So we could see that they have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, and 100. But then the greatest number would be our greatest common factor. So in this case, it is 100. So we use that 100 and we divide both numerator and denominator, and we divide 100 with 100, and we divide 1000 with 100. So 100 divided by 100 gives me 1, and 1000 divided by 100 gives me 10. So 1 over 10 is our simplest form. Now with improper fraction is basically the same thing. So first we have to find the greatest common factor of our example over here, which is 28 over 6. So for 28 we have 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, and 28. Well, for 6 we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. So we know that we have, so our common factors right now are 1 and 2, but our greatest common factor is 2. So that means we have to divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So 28 divided by 2 is 14, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our simplest form is 14 over 3. Now with mixed number, it is basically the same thing. It's just that we have to keep the whole number the same. So first we have to find the GCF. So with the fraction though, not with the whole number. So we use 12 and 28. So for 12, our factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. While for 28, it's 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, and 28. So our common factors right now are 1, 2, and 4, but our greatest common factor is 4. So we would divide both numerator and denominator by 4. So 12 divided by 4 gives me 3, and 28 divided by 4 gives me 7. So, and we would leave the whole number 20 the same, so it would be 20 wholes and 3 over 7. And that would be our simplest form. And if we look back to our old examples over here, so we have our proper fraction, so 4 over 6, our simplest form is 2 over 3. Now you could see when we drew it, it's the same thing. Same thing for improper fraction. We had 10 over 4. The simplest form was 5 over 2. And as you could see, it's still the same. And for mixed number, we have 4 wholes and 6 eighths. And the simplest form of that is 4 wholes and 3 fourths. And as you could see, it's the same thing. So when we do simplify fractions, the first thing that we have to do is find the factors of both numerator and denominator. Then what we do is find the greatest common factors from both of them, and then we would divide the greatest common factor on both numerator and denominator. And whatever our answer is, that's the simplest form.